as the dogs watch Animaniacs, which made a "What's that mouth do" joke, by the way, apparently in the '90s. Yeah, I'm seriously in love with this sound. I watched that pedal show interview with Noel Gallagher last night when he was talking about the combination of amps he uses and whatnot, and it just being straight two words for you. And it just because I'm like, I get why him and his brother were fighting on the stage and everything, because he is so passionate about, like, he's talking about that tone. And he's like, I'll get out the way. I'll be right. I'll be having that playing E minor. I I get it. The thing, he's talking about not being technical and kind of talking about wishes he was. And I think he's talking about Johnny Marr and listening to his stuff and hearing notes in solos. And he says, sounds like an old woman peeling an onion crying. That note, I can't play it, but I'll call him at 4 a.m. and you're cruel. Uh, Everything, like, none of that makes sense to most people. Like, there's somebody who'll see this and be like, I get it. That I needed to see that last night. I did. Put a lot of effort into all of this and speaking the language. And I'm not around other musicians or artists or anything anymore. Like I used to be surrounded by, you know, other creative people. I'm not anymore, and it's not just that we're weirdos. It's like, dude, it's a language. Like, and even saw a video earlier about, like, work should just be the thing you do to sustain play, and you either get what that means or not. And like that was the thing, and that's very much like, and it was another thing I needed to see because it did, like, I have the time. I mean, I've only been here a year. It's amazing what I've done in a year. Uh, but I'm just getting, like, my tools together, really. But I know how to use them because, like, I hadn't thought of how soon is now. Honestly, if you, it took me a second to place that it's from the craft that I know it, and probably guilty pleasured it as a kid. I'm sure because, like, I know what scene it's from in the craft. Uh, Old girl putting something down her pants, shoplifting, by God. Uh, but I would have never admitted how much I like that song back then. And it's just a texture thing. Like, it changed. That resolve right there. I literally posted that pedal show to my Facebook, talking about, like, please, somebody I know watch this and get back to me so we can talk about it, because it was amazing. I'm not even an Oasis fan like that, but actually, again, I probably didn't want to give credit. I mean, I liked a few of the songs. I never got like really into them like that. I never listened to the albums. I've heard their hits. Uh, I may need to go back and do that because he on that pedal show on the interview he plays a couple and like you can watch the guys from the pedal show and none of it is hard, but they're like in awe. And I'm sure like they're a little older than me, but like still, if you're around our age, uh, that's like high school, like Oasis. Like um, I think it's and that I'm not even sure the titles, but I think it's Morning Glory. But it's got like a really nasty driving. I'll figure it out. It's very rock. Um, I think it is Morning Glory. But like he played that, and it was for one, of course, perfect because it's him playing it on his gear right there, which has to be an amazing experience. But just watching them like enraptured by it, like I relate to that. Like I was so happy for them to get that experience, and it also did make me definitely appreciate Noel Gallagher on a whole other level. Like he's just a dude. Uh, like I said, I totally get why him and the brother were fighting on stage all the time because he seems the type to take it pretty serious. He said something about again Johnny Marr talking about there's a lot of kids coming up really technically proficient. I would have killed for YouTube to have been able to like pull lessons from like actually like there were those horrible like playing the style of VHS tapes that were super expensive and I know a couple dudes that like learned secondhand and this and that. Like, I don't think they were worth it. Uh, I think it's Art of Guitar. Somebody has a channel where he picks apart like the old tab books and stuff, and I was so happy to see that get put to bed because I've had some of the worst arguments of my life over like I don't care that you learned it from the tab book. That's not right. Like, I got it here. Like, like, and that's the thing. Like, that's a whole discussion that would be worth having. Is like how much the whole grunge movement really did change things. Because like there was punk or whatever, but like if you really get into it, even most early rock and roll and whatnot, like those guys were trained musicians. They were like in school for it and whatnot. They came from family money, like maybe not wealth, but like very solidly middle class type stuff. Like the thing about Jim Morrison, Ray Manzarek was a jazz freak. Like it, as far as that goes, look at Robbie Krieger. And not knocking them, I love their musicianship, but like I can remember getting into music at about fifth grade and realizing it was something you could just do. Like, I thought you had to be a professional. Like I don't know, it was weird. Like I literally didn't even know where to start or where to begin. Like it was such a specialized thing. So like to see it where it's at now, like I love it. Like that's amazing. The Rat Utopia experiment, that's awesome. I had just said before stumbling across them a couple months back, like we should be primed for some amazing art and music. At times of high stress and whatnot, people got things to say that they can't say openly that they got to express. Like, now's the time we should see an uptick in some really amazing art and music and just creative output. I'm trying. Like, as far as that goes, it's crazy. I've hit a spot where I'm like, I'm going to be looking for commercial space soon to I don't even know what, basically to house music gear, and eventually the idea will be to make it available for people to come and record whatever. Uh, Figuring that out as I go, like what that'll look like. But I think that's a goal. Uh, I told my roommate the other day, like, I was full blown homeless with a damn near 700 credit score the entire time. Uh, I'll be 42 here in like a week. Uh, I know a chick that was bankrupt at least twice, but I think three times before we were 30. Uh, if I were to like get in debt and have to file bankruptcy at 50 years old because I tried some crazy endeavor around music, it wouldn't hurt my feel. Like, failed music shop owner can definitely be a thing under my belt. I mean, I'm not going into it planning to fail, but like, I know enough about it. Like I said, even the learning curve on all this new like digital gear and stuff. Like, there's something going on with my amp. I deeply suspect it's just a year old Black Star that I beat the hell out of. As far as that goes, it still makes the sound. I should probably get a mics and interface and do it that way. Gorgeous, friggin' pretty, freaking pretty. Oh, I might do something with that at some point.